Hello friends, welcomes you all. Myself Dr. Deepak, and today we are going to discuss about the spermatogenesis process. The spermatogenesis process is a process of formation of a sperm from the spermatogonium, means the germ cells. Okay, if we see here the structure of a testes, so it is like that, and in these testes there are so many seminiferous tubules are present. If we see the cut section of a seminiferous tubule, so here we can see that in the seminiferous tubule, it is the lumen of the seminiferous tubule. Okay, so here in the seminiferous tubule, the sperms are present in a different developing stage. Okay, on the most outer side of these tubules, there are germ cells, there are the spermatogonium. Okay, and then inner to them they are the second developing stage. In the primary, spermatocytes are present, then the secondary spermatocytes are present, then the spermatids are present, and when from the spermatid they become the sperm, okay, then these sperms are reach up to this lumen and they travel through these seminiferous tubules and reach up to into the epididymis and get mature there and store there. Okay, so this is the life cycle of the sperm. So how this process occurs, let me see. So in the in these seminiferous tubules there are the spermatogonium. Here we have written down that the spermatogonium type A. Okay, this spermatogonium start dividing, they increase their number by the mitosis process. Hope so you may all know the difference of the mitosis and the meiosis process. Okay, this mitosis process, it is occurs into the normal cell of the body, whereas the meiosis process, it is occurs into this special sperms and the ovums. Okay, in the formation of the sperm and the ovum. So here the spermatogonium type A are divided by the mitosis. Okay, and from that the two cells are forms. They are the spermatogonium type A and spermatogonium type B. Actually, there isn't any difference between this spermatogonium type A and spermatogonium type B, but we have write down its type B because they are now start the mitosis, the meiosis process, means from these cells now they are started to formation of the sperm. Okay, so the spermatogonium type B, now it is enter into the spermatogenesis process. So spermatogonium type A and B both have the 44 plus X and Y, 44 and X and Y. Then spermatogonium type P is divided by the normal dividation, the mitosis process, and form the two cells. They are the spermatogonium type B and the primary spermatocytes. Okay, here also there isn't any difference between these two cells. Okay, spermatogonium type B and primary spermatocyte, they are the same structurally. Okay, 44 plus XY, 44 plus XY. Okay, there isn't any difference, but here this cell, which is known as a primary spermatocyte, now it will start its first meiotic division. Okay, so there isn't any difference structurally. Okay, but there is only difference that this cell now will start its meiotic process, and that's why we have termed it as a primary spermatocyte. Okay, so this 44 plus XY, the primary spermatocyte, is now its first meiotic division. Okay, then after this first meiotic division, the two cells are formed and they are the 22 plus X and the 22 plus Y. Okay, means the DNA material is divided here. Okay, and here is a 22 plus X chromosomes and here is a 22 plus Y chromosome. Okay, and now these two cells are known as a secondary spermatocyte. Now this secondary spermatocyte are started their second meiotic division, and after this second meiotic division, from this particular cell the two cells are occur like is on, and they are the 22 plus X and 22 plus Y. Okay, and from this cell the two cells are formed 22 plus Y and 22 plus Y. So from this meiotic division, from one single cell the four cells are formed. Okay, they are the 22 plus X, 22 plus X, 22 plus Y and 22 plus Y. So these cells, now these four cells, they are known as a spermatids. What? Spermatids. They are the rounded cell. Okay, but as we know, the sperm is not a rounded cell, but it is a elongated cell in structure. It is like that. Okay, so the process of formation of elongated sperm from the rounded spermatid, it is known as a spermiogenesis process. Okay, what? It is known as a spermiogenesis process. What is the spermiogenesis process? Spermiogenesis, it is a part of a spermatogenesis process. Okay, the formation of a elongated sperm from the rounded spermatids. This process, it is known as a spermiogenesis process. Okay, and that's why we have write down that the spermatogenesis process, it is a combination of both what? The meiotic division and the spermiogenesis process, means the meiosis and the spermiogenesis process. Okay, so from these rounded cells, now the four sperms are formed. Okay, so this is a continuous process, okay, of the spermatogenesis. Now let us see what is the spermiogenesis. Okay, so spermiogenesis, it is a process of formation of an elongated sperm from the rounded spermatid. So this is a spermatid, it is a rounded cell, it is a nucleus, the Golgi complex, and here the centrioles and the mitochondria and all that. Okay, so here this nucleus of this rounded cell is forming the head of this elongated sperm. Then the Golgi complex is placed here in the cap of this nucleus and form the acrosomal cap. Then the centrioles are divided, and one centriole is placed into the neck and the second one is at the end of this middle piece. Okay, and this axial filament of the centrioles are forming the central body of the middle piece, and around that these mitochondria are divided and placed here around the axial filaments. These axial filaments and mitochondria combinedly form the middle piece of the sperm. Okay, and the plasma membrane, the remaining plasma membrane is forming the tail of this elongated sperm. Okay, and the elongated axial filaments are also present here in the tail. Okay, so this is the structure of a sperm. Okay, sperm has a head, the middle piece and the tail. In the head there is a nucleus and acrosome, and in between the head and middle piece there is a neck. In the neck there is a centriole. The middle piece is formed by the axial filament and the mitochondria. At the end, at the junction of middle piece and tail, there is a annulus. Okay, the annulus is represent the second centriole. Okay, the second centriole is elongate and form the rounded annulus here. Then the cell membrane, okay, the cell membrane or the plasma membrane of this cell is form the outer covering of the sperm, elongated sperm, and it elongate and form the tail of the sperm. In the tail, the axial filaments are also elongate here. Okay, so from the nucleus forms the head. Okay, nucleus of rounded spermatid form the head of the elongated sperm. Then Golgi apparatus forms the acrosomal cap. Centrioles are divided. One is lies into the neck and second becomes ring shaped and forms the annulus. Then axial filaments and mitochondria form the middle piece, and plasma membrane, it is from the external covering of the sperm. Okay, so this process of formation of this elongated sperm from the rounded spermatid, it is known as a spermiogenesis process. Okay, so let me review. From the spermatogonium type A, they are divided by mitosis and form spermatogonium type A and spermatogonium type B. The spermatogonium type B is furtherly divided by mitosis and form the spermatogonium type B and primary spermatocyte. Okay, this primary spermatocyte is first meiotic division and forms the two cell 22 plus X and 22 plus Y. Now these two cells are known as a secondary spermatocyte. Okay, this secondary spermatocyte are started now the second meiotic division. From this cell 22 plus X, there are two cells forms 22 plus X and 22 plus X, and from this particular cell 22 plus Y, two cells are formed 22 plus Y and 22 plus Y. These four cells are known as a spermatids. They are the rounded cell. Now after formation of these rounded spermatids, the spermiogenesis process is started. Okay, and from this rounded cell, the elongated actual sperms are formed. Okay, now these sperms are formed by the spermiogenesis. Okay, so here the nucleus of the spermatid forms the head of this elongated sperm. Then the Golgi complex form the acrosomal cap. Okay, centrioles divide and one is placed in the neck. Okay, the axial filaments of these centrioles, it is from the middle piece, and around that there are mitochondria are arranged and form the middle piece. At the junction of middle piece and tail, the second centriole is elongated and form the annulus, and the cell membrane is elongated and form the tail. Okay, so here the complete process of formation of sperm from the spermatogonium, okay, it is known as a spermatogenesis. The spermatogenesis process, it is a combination of two different processes, the first and second meiotic division and the spermiogenesis process. Okay, so this is all about the spermatogenesis process. Hope so you may understand. Okay, so thank you very much.